I need to unmute the mic. Message to self, right? Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. Or is that greetings and salutations and thank you for clicking on the video? No, that's Joe Collins. That's not me. But anyway, hello. How is everybody doing today? Yes, the kitty. You are the boss. Really? I should not I need to unmute the mic. Message to self. Audio sounding. All right, there we go. Wow, all sorts of technical difficulties today. Oh, well. Hey, at least we got the thing on in time, right? Anyway. Well, today we're going to be looking at Linux Mint 19.2 again. This was finally released. Not sure how long we'll do the show. I want to specifically show how to upgrade. We'll walk through a few of the new things, and if we have time, maybe we will boot up the Mate and the XFCE versions in virtual machines as well, see what they have to look like. But before we get to there, let's see who's online. Farron how's it going there? And I like a fresh mint in the middle of the day. That's right. I should have made me some mint tea, but oh well, didn't think of it. Hello, Sudo. Greetings, Elmo, everyone. Fishing up huge welcome screen update. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Let's see. What else we got? Ed Elder, how's it going there? Did the upgrade from 19.2 just last night. Downloaded all the prep files to the system. Very good. Downloaded files. Took about 10-ish minutes. Yep, that's about what people are saying it takes. Doesn't take too long. Kernel updated this morning with the Software Center. Total of 30 minutes involved. Okay, so there's another one. Good. Free Office, really? Yes. LibreOffice is built into Linux Mint. That's what I use to write and produce all my books. So it's a full professional Office suite. You can really use it for anything. Let's see. Haven't exactly reversed it. Just put an option in the installer to use Libre instead. I'm not sure if that's a reference to. All right, let's see. Might install Slack on the second partition. Very cool. Very nice, very nice. Watch the video of Old Tech Bloke before. The procedure is the same for Plasma and Mate. Alright. Very cool, very cool. Greetings to you, Serge. How's it going there? Okay. You're taking by chance to use that as a meme because Tom's looking at Mint. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Dust Panther's online. Remember to show the most important thing, how to make the scroll bars bigger. Yay! Alright, remind me. Joking, bit of a meme. Many communities mention that, especially one of them 19.2 is the ability to make the scroll bars thick. Yes. Hello, Bob the Hopper. Greetings, greetings. Let's see. Hey, Jesse, how's it going there? Yum install Y Jesse Crypto. Did you install yourself? Did you install yourself to my stream? Cool. Alright. Let's update the laptop's Linux Mint installation from 19.1 19.2. Let's save the smooth update. No problems encountered. Kitty looks famished. Feed him already. Well, you know, actually his bowl is empty and I told him he can eat after the stream. So, yes, the kitty will be served as his lunch after the stream's over. We'll give him some kitty treats and we'll actually go and fill up his dish, you know. But greetings, DT. How's it going there? Did new CentOS install yesterday? Very good. Hello, Cat Gamer. Greetings, Don. Hello, Bruce Scott. Hello, Big Budgie. Love your distro or your desktop. Oh man, I love the alien thing. That's epic. Thank you, Sputnik. It's pretty cool. I like it. Are you storming Area 51? I'm storming Area 51. Oh, Maverick got in the way of the feet. How's it going there, Maverick? Sensor, how's it going there? Live on upgrading 19.2 is appropriate. Yep, there you go. There you go. Join in more often. Hello, Jessica. Greetings, greetings. Making mint tea now. Oh, you lucky. Although I have hazelnut coffee. Hazelnut coffee trumps mint tea. Let me know what you guys think. What trumps? Your opinion. What trumps? Hazelnut coffee or mint tea? You guys let me know. Love Manjaro, KDE, but don't know if I want to keep running it because of that partner deal. I need to look into that partner deal. DT, you did a video on that, right? I did not get a chance to look up into that yet. I think I might watch DT's video today on that. I'll have to see what was going on with that because I just saw the headline. I'm like, that seems a little creepy, but I've been excessively busy with stuff. Seriously, 19.2 is out already? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Okay, so 4, where the applications icon on the title bar go. Gap in the place of the menu button. Wait. Wait, hold on. Where'd the application icon on the title bar go? Where at? Let me see if you can find where that is. I don't know. I'll look into it. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over into this. So let's see. What order we want to do things? I guess let's look at the installation documents first, and then we'll walk through this on a virtual machine. Let's go ahead and start recording here and get going. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, Linux Mint 19.2 is officially out. It's been released on Friday, and we have some installation and upgrading tips here. And what we're going to do is walk through what those are. Now, you can get to the how to upgrade right from their Linux Mint homepage as of right now. Of course, in a few days, this link may move. But if you want to figure out how to upgrade, it's very simple. Linux Mint has always had an easy upgrade path. They've added a few different things in here that they haven't in the past. Now, the first is, of course, since they are using time shift, you want to create a system snapshot. Now, I'm going to say there's 2 things you could do here. Time shift is basically like the old Windows Restore. It backs up all of the operating system, but not the individual files. And so you can do that. With Linux, though, it's so easy to just create a new Linux and then just install your home folder back, especially if you're going from the same operating system, desktop environment, etc. So you can either do the time shift or just make a copy of your home directory. Now, if you have tons and tons of files, that may not be a viable option. We are not going to do the time shift on the sample here simply because my virtual machine does not have enough space. The time shift wants 20 gigabytes to work. I have 5 gigabytes of free space. Hopefully the upgrade runs, but we'll see. But if it is like your only system, only computer, I would recommend making that time shift. Since I have multiple computers here, it's not a huge concern for me. And it's easier to set up a Linux from scratch than it is to try and restore time shift if you don't know exactly what you're doing already. So, you know, that's kind of my thoughts, but as a recommendation, so I will definitely tell you that. You want to make sure your screensaver is disabled, because if the screensaver kicks on in the middle of the update, it might mess things up. They do have a fix for that they have down below. You want to upgrade your cinnamon spices, etc. Prior to the updates as well. I don't have any of those that I know of, but we'll go ahead and look at that. And then we're going to come into our Software Center. Under Edit, there's an upgrade. Now, this may not be there. I'm going to show you how to make that occur. And then once you're done there, you can actually remove new applications. There's X screen data, so you can run this line here to remove several things that are not actually used in the new Linux Mint 19.2. So make sure you do that. And there's also some new applications, so P7zip, excuse me, and what is this? I don't know what the extension Lightning is, but those are new packages that are available, and then you, of course, need to reboot the system. So with that being said, what we're going to do is let's boot up my Linux Mint. Hopefully we don't mess it up, because this is actually one I do a little bit of work, and actually my GNU Cache tutorials are over here too, so we'll see what happens. All right, so now we are booted into our login screen. I'm going to enter my super secret password that is definitely not Mint. And we are going to get launched into our desktop. Of course, this is the machine that I've done quite a bit of work on from time to time. So the theming is not stock. Really nothing on this is really stock. I use this Linux Mint build to demonstrate a lot of things. All right, so here we are on Linux Mint. So, of course, one of the first things we want to do is you want to make sure that you have a backup of your files. So, several different ways. I always do manual backups. So, in your main home directory, hold Control, hit H. This is going to show all of your hidden files, or you can find them under View, under Show and Hide Hidden Files. If you make a copy of pretty much everything that's in here, it is a lot of data, but it is going to back up all of your files, all of your data, and all of your application settings. This is one of these great things about Linux is if you're used to Windows and you had to reinstall Windows and you got to reinstall your applications and you got to reinstall everything, including all of any customizations, any shortcuts you did. Well, all of your shortcuts, hotkeys, in this case, even, Thunderbird email lists, Thunderbird emails, evolution stuff, the configurations, the small system tweaks, they are all stored here. And so if you make a copy of this and then redrop this folder back on, that's going to work. You also, though, what they're going to recommend you want to do is you want to go through and run your time shift and make a system snapshot. This is so that in the event there is any issue, then you can actually go back. We're not going to do this simply because this is a virtual machine. I only have, I think there's either 8 or 20, I think there's maybe 20 gigs. I don't know how much space is on this. I think it's 20 gigs on this. I need 19.2 gigabytes of free space just to run time shift. So I'm not going to run time shift. What I would do anyway, personally, is I just make a backup of all of my files, and that's generally what I prefer, but definitely consider that. Now, the next thing they want you to do is upgrade any of your applets, spices, any of these types of things. That's not the system I was looking for. I was looking for system settings. So just make sure that if you go into these, just make sure that if there's any updates or anything. I don't even, like I said, I don't even really use these, so I'm not exactly sure where all the updating stuff is. Now, the next thing we're going to do is you want to make sure that you can actually access the update. So if I go under my view, we can see here, even under edit, I think it's under edit on this one, you'll see here that we don't have the option. This is because we need to get the latest Mint upgrade info. So we're going to go ahead and install this update. And then this guy, once this guy runs its update, then the option to upgrade our system is going to appear in the menus. All right, so now we're reloading it. It's refreshing our list. So it looks like we have a few different options here. We have new Linux kernels. We have a new version of Sigil. And under here, under our edit menu, we now have the option to upgrade. So I'm actually going to push these upgrades first, and then we're going to go ahead and run the system. These should not take too long. Now we're going to be upgrading some Linux kernels here. It may or may not want to reboot the system. We're not going to worry about that right this second. You might want to. I don't think it's really going to make any difference one way or the other. It's just the difference is we're going to keep running on the old kernel until we reboot the system anyway. And updating is not going to cause a system reboot until after the upgrade process is over. So we don't really have to do that. It's just if you need to, you can do that. Why might you need to? Well, if you're using some of the best, some of the newest hardware, the Linux 5 kernel is going to be what you're going to want to run. In this system here, there's nothing that's super fancy or super brand new in this system, and so I'm not worried about it. All right, let's see. Drinking hazelnut coffee right now. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Just upgrade yesterday. Minor problem with the panel applet, but the rest of everything was good. All right. Give myself 10 seconds of silence so I can find where I'm editing. All right, so all my changes are applied. So that is these upgrades. We're going a new up-to-date system. Now it says our system is up to date. Now we're going to go under our edit menu and upgrade to Linux Mint 19.2. Now, hopefully we have enough disk space to actually run the update. I honestly don't know if we will. But we'll see what happens. This is just a virtual machine. I never really built this machine with the intention of having to update it. So we'll see what happens. All right, so we can actually read the release notes for the system. We can look at the new features in the system. And now it's providing bug fixes and new features. Upgrading always represents a risk. Your data is safe. New issues can potentially affect your operating system. One other thing I'll mention, if you are new to Linux and you're running the upgrade, even if your system messes up, you can always take the hard drive out of your computer, attach it with an external system on any other Linux device, and still get all your data. You are still going to be able to access your data even if there is an issue. You just want to make sure you have every safeguard in place. Make sure your system can be restored. Make sure all of your data is restored. Never go into one of these without having backups of all of your data. Enter my super secret password that is definitely not Mint. And now we are going to be downloading information. So you can actually see what it's doing by clicking the RAID over here. So it's actually working pretty quick, which is good. And now we are playing the waiting game. Now some people say this will take as little as 3 minutes, as many as 10 or 15 minutes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of let it do its thing, and we will come back when this is done or when there is another prompt screen. All right, so Benjamin Aldridge worried about the deal Manjaro made with FreeOffice, where they're going to do the same road as Ubuntu. Well, you know, at least here's your saving grace. Manjaro is just a delayed Arch. If you're concerned about it, run Arch. I've been using Arch Labs on this system for a few months now. It's very slow to boot, but once it gets booted, I think I've had exactly 3 times I've actually had to hard reset the system. And all of those, I was trying to run virtual machine. I just don't think Arch and well, not this computer, Arch and virtual machine don't work, because it's just a crappy $300 Lenovo tower. Nothing fancy. All right. But, yeah, I am definitely going to be looking into that. Just enjoying the beer. All right. All right. Learn Linux TV brought up a good point. Why tie software versions and the repositories to the distro versions? Why not have rolling updates for software repositories and distro updates separately? Yeah, I mean, there's different systems. That's effectively what Neon does, in a way. Let's see, bundle the same garbage proprietary. Okay, Manjaro team has decided not to force FreeOffice upon its users. Thank you, Linux community, for voicing your outrage. Awesome, very good, very good. So I guess it's a non-issue, but I'm still going to watch your video and see what the deal was. Only time there isn't a gap in place of menu buttons application icon is if the title bar theme replaces the icon in the title bar theme with its own menu theming. Are you talking like on the panel, Farron? Are you looking at where the panel is? About Manjaro and FreeOffice. Snapshots wouldn't work for me. All right. Yeah, which one is free? I'm not sure. Have I looked at FreeOffice? I can't remember. KDE version. They should stop using Calligra and take all the links down Microsoft Office from it. They all need to do is include LibreOffice, yeah. Hello, Alexander. Greetings. Welcome to the stream, and I am henceforth saying hello to you. All right, we're going to give ourselves like 10 seconds of silence because our updates are done. All right, so that actually took only about 3 or 4 minutes, and this is a virtual machine. All right, so now we're going to hit close, and the next thing we need to do is we need to reboot the system. So we're just going to go ahead, hit my shut, and restart the system. And as soon as this is back on, we'll proceed to the next step. Okay, so here we are back on our loading screen. Of course, I got to come over here and type in my super secret password that is definitely not mint. All right. Ooh, I thought it was playing hip hop right for a second. You know. All right. So now we are booted on. Everything looks pretty good. Let's look at our system info real quick. So now we are running Linux Mint 19.2 Cinnamon. We're running the Linux kernel 5.0. And let's see. So now there's a new version of the Linux kernel 4.15. I don't really need to upgrade that one. No, in fact, one of the new things that we have with this is we actually have the ability to remove some of the older kernels. So if I don't want to be using this, I can actually remove any of these old kernels. So it's installed, unsupported. So we're running this one here. So let's see, for 19, let's go ahead and remove that one. Removing a lot of your old kernels will save up space because this is a virtual machine. So we can actually remove this one as well, probably. Well, I might keep the 4.15 on there just in case there's any issues. But all right, so the next things we're going to do, let's just go ahead and grab the things they told us to remove. I'm going to show you how to remove those packages in case you're new to Linux and you're a little intimidated by the terminal. But they said to remove some of the packages that are no longer supported. So we're going to just boot up our Firefox here and land on the Linux Mint page because that should be the default. And we're just going to grab this little script down here. Now, be very careful anytime you're running anything that you just copy from online. This is from the developer. So what this is doing is we're doing apt, which is going to be our package manager. Remove is going to be removing, and then purge is getting rid of like all the traces. And all we're doing is removing this list of packages because they're no longer being used by Linux Mint. We have to wait for this to be done, which it is. So we're going to boot up a terminal. Now, what they gave us there was just apt. That's actually going to throw an error if we do that. Let me show you what that looks like. Oh, really? It should have thrown me an error because I did not do sudo apt. Okay, well, I guess it's not. Oh, well, maybe something has changed. That's actually a little frightening because if I do, unless I have my system set. That's interesting. I'm not using sudo. I'm a little concerned about that. Is that something new? Did I miss something? Anyway, so now, of course, we've already rebooted our system, so we're good there. So now our system is running Linux Mint 19.2. Of course, by popular request, one of the greatest things they asked for is the ability to manually adjust your scroll bars. So now we can actually have custom sized scroll bars. Now these will apply once we restart Cinnamon. So you'll see here now we have scroll bars. If you want big scroll bars, you can do big scroll bars. So you have that option as well. You can also do really tiny scroll bars. And if you just toggle this guy off, then they go back to normal. All right, so you can actually go there into your system settings. Other things we actually already looked at. The ability to remove the kernel is new. And there's a few other under the hood changes and adjustments as well. Overall, what's my general recommendation? Should you upgrade to Linux Mint 19.2? I think if you're running any of the 19 branches, it's worth upgrading to Linux Mint 19.2. Now, I'm keeping my production systems at 18.3 for now, just because I like the Ubuntu 16.04 LTS more than the 18.04 LTS at this point in time. And we still have support until, I believe it's 2021 with the Linux Mint 18 branch. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'm going to be upgrading my traveling Linux Mint computer to this first and testing that around and everything there goes smoothly, then I will attempt to do an upgrade on this. Or I'll just buy a new hard drive, port it over, keep the old hard drive, and upgrade a new one just to see if everything works right without any potential complications. So that's my recommendation. If you are running Linux Mint 19, 19.0, or 19.1, upgrading to 19.2 is going to get you a lot of great benefits. It's going to get you some better Linux kernels. It's going to get you some more functionality in the system, newer packages, and some extra features that I think are definitely worth having. They also are keeping the system a little bit more streamlined as well. So if I pull up the system monitor, let's see, where's our resources at? So yeah, we're using 1.1 gigs, but we have been doing a few things on it as well. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts and your comments down below. All right, should we boot up a like Mate or XFCE? What do you guys think? Let me read through some comments here, and then if you guys want to, I think I have time. I can actually jump on and do a look at the other ones as well. Home folder is mounted to a second drive altogether. There you go. Grub loader part didn't work properly, as I could only see my individual disks, not the array. Uh-oh. Point, I'd rather download a new ISO. That's always my recommendation, is downloading new ISOs. I think it's a cleaner way of doing a system, and Linux is so easy to just port all your settings and applications. That's my thought. Okay. Your password isn't DTDT. It might be DTDT. Never know. You put panel vertically on the right. Yes, you can put a panel vertically on the right. You go into your panel settings, you can move it into the different locations. The visual example, what do you mean? All right, let me copy link address. Okay, so gap in left where the application's icon would appear in cinnamon versions prior to 4.2. All right, let me boot this machine back up. Let's have a look at that. I'm gonna boot the machine back up. Let's see. Well, that's not going to work. I don't think I have Kate installed, but all right, well, let me go back to yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm going to leave that open there for a minute. Tell me how to find what I'm looking for. I mean, obviously it's I mean, I can see just the little window header of all mine are centered. That might be something to do with the theming. Maybe you're using a theme that does not center all of your header items. Am I looking in the right spot? I mean, yeah, I kind of see your image, but I'm not really seeing. I see the gap. Yes, I see that. Where, yes, there might be an application, but I'm not seeing an issue with that on this system. So I don't know. Not sure. All right. Okay. You can put a panel on the top of some. Oh, since somebody asked about it, let's go ahead and look at that since we already booted this guy back up. I got to remember how to do this. I don't like my panels on the side, so I got to remember. Okay, move panel. So just kind of click it over to here, and now we're all set. Of course, we do have to turn panel editing off. So now we have your panel on your side like this. Of course, that's on the left. You can actually, let's modify and move it. You said right? So you put it on the right like that. So you can set it wherever you like it to be. I'm kind of I'm a traditionalist. I like my panel on the bottom, but yes, you do have the option to put the panel wherever you would like. And you're right-clicking on the panel to first enable the edit mode, and then second right-click, go down to move, and then you just pick the spot where you'd like it to be. The upgrade about a half hour ago, no problems. Yep. Got a Linux working on Ryzen 2nd Gen. To do it on the 2nd Gen, I think you need kernel 5. So I think Linux Mint 19.2 might have been the only Linux Mint so far that will work on that. That's my understanding, but I don't have one of those Ryzens. I'm still on a mine's a 1600. Okay, let's see what else we got. We're just going to leave this machine on here for a little bit. Already, I have a server class machine with removable drive base with several copies of Mint and other distros, including Windows on different drives. Home folder is on yet another drive backed up to a NAS, so I'll upgrade, see how it goes. Yep, no need to mess with it. Yep. This one feels faster as a full install. Yeah, this guy is pretty good. I think 19.2 is one of the better Linux Mints that's come out in a long time. Yep. And hello, Toss. How's it going there? Is the caddy cleaned out? Greetings, Ben. How's it going there? Okay. Gentoo without systemd should be good to go in Ryzen 3rd generation, but GCC has no support. All right. Drive caddy to go with the ThinkPad, because who uses DVDs, right? Yeah, I do, but, you know, if I want to get the cases updated, what I might end up just doing is I don't use a DVD all the time, but I do like one. But the option of getting a USB 3 external DVD drive and just keeping it in my storage is a good option as well. So, you know. However, the problem is a lot of your modern systems, they don't even have your modern cases don't even have drive trays anymore, and yeah, I like my icy dock, thank you. So, oh well. Seems getting better with each release. Yeah, there were a few that I wasn't a huge fan of. So like, when they started messing around with the desktop icons and stuff, I didn't like that. I thought it introduced a few bugs, but they seem to be ironed out by now. So I think there was a few that were a little shakier, but this one's not bad. Mint, only time I have freeze is due to starting, restarting, crashing various VMs. Yeah. Thermomug. Yes, you can pick up these actually at shop.switchedtolinux.com. So let me show you the store in case you're new around here. Just head on over to shop.switchedtolinux.com. You can tour all the different stuff that I have. So these are the t-shirts. RMRF No Preserve Root, September 2018 Code of Conduct. We also have, I'm actually sporting the Sub to the Cat, The Human is Crazy, which we have. Also have cats and tinfoil hats on the coffee mug. And let's see what else we got. Under accessories, let's do mugs and drinkware. So we have different varieties of coffee mugs. So these ones are your solid colors. These ones actually have an inside and an outside that are different colors. This is the Linux. This is the Switch to Linux, you fool coffee cup. And then we got the cat on the coffee. Ooh, this is a new one. I've never actually seen this one. That's a new coffee cup. They do get new products from time to time that... This is the one I have of the water bottle and the coffee cup there. So grab all your Switch to Linux stuff. Also, there are the mouse pads are really sweet. So I got this as the mouse. Well, let me show you the mouse pad. There's the Switch to Linux computer mouse pad. That's basically the channel screen. And then there's cat ones and other stuff like that. So I think I still have a Switch to Linux, you fool mouse pad down here somewhere. All right. Free Office is the free version of SoftMaker Office. Okay. Install Fortnite. Yeah, I have no idea. I am not a gamer, unfortunately. Or fortunate, I don't know. Needs more cowbell. GOG Galaxy. Oh, nobody uses you without your permission? Alright. So the Mint team should put more eggs in their Debian version just to get away from dependence on Ubuntu. Yeah, probably. About 4K display in Linux. I think in most cases they should work. I don't know. What's mine? I mean, I don't really care for 4K. HD is enough for me, so I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure most of them should be fine. Certainly Plasma and GNOME should support it, which by extension, Cinnamon and Budgie. I'm not sure about Mate or XFCE, but if anyone else there is using 4K can let us know. Inkjet fully compatible with Linux Mint. I've had no problems with Epson inkjets. I believe HP's work, but I don't support or buy or recommend HP products. But I believe that they will work. Be careful of Canon. Now, Canons and Brother printers, they'll work if you download the drivers. Some of your Brother printers work without the drivers. Some of them work. Some of them you have to install the proprietary drivers. I've never had any problems with Epson printers, though. Can't promise it will keep running the same when I install it anymore. Yep. Any extra steps if you're upgrading a dual system on Mac? Not that I know of, but be careful, of course. Old Epson, but it's a driver pane. I mean, that's probably an old printer. If it's that old of a printer, it may not have a lot of support in most places. Brother has all of their drivers, and they do keep them up to date. Enabled menu on title bar doesn't just affect Kate. Enable menu on title bar. Where is that setting at? Let's see if I can find it. Oh, is that going to be a... no, I think that's going to be there. Let's see. All right. The rendered application icon on the menu bar. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that then. I'd ask the question in the Mint forums and see if anybody says about it. All right. Okay, just find my computer hates their philosophy. Personally respect Fedora's free software approach. There you go. The NVIDIA has opposite ideas. Yes, that's true. Unfortunately. What looks horrible? My desktop looks horrible? I like my desktop. Find it kind of unclear. I like DNF Zipper. My favorite is Pac-Man. Brother printers are iffy. Yeah, brother printers are iffy. I like brother printers. I buy brother printers. I should have done more research before I bought my last brother printer, which works with Linux. It's just a pain to get it to work. Like the printer part's not a big deal. I bought a LaserJet with a built-in scanner. Built-in scanner does not have a good support. So I would go back, if I were doing it all over again, I'd go back, get one of the smaller compact lasers and a separate standalone scanner is what I would do. Well, and title bars no longer render application icons. Yeah, I'd file a bug report with it. Brother printers how much I hate Lexmark. I buy only HP now. This need to work fine with Linux. There you go. Can't find good cases with 5.25 base put in an IC dock. Yeah, that's why I still have a crappy low end one. I got a crappy low end Cougar that has two 5.25 bay drives in the front for my IC dock. Companies need to recognize that bay docks are for more than just, CD drives, Can't get my USB Wi-Fi driver to compile on 19X. That's 6.18.3. Yeah, like I wish I could get a nice case with drive docks that actually has some glass paneling, because actually my board has nice lights on it. My power supply has nice lights on it, and they're all inside of a completely dark black case because drive bays. Yeah. Which, yeah, there are some that still have drive bays and glass sides, but, Can upgrade Linux Mint installed on a USB flash drive. Yes. As long as it's got room. Tried using Blender 2.8. I have not tried it. No. I should. I think I might have installed it on Arch. This is one of the reasons I like keeping an Arch around, is so that I actually do have access to the latest stuff as they come out. Do I have Blender installed over here? No. I don't have Blender installed. There, now I have Blender installed. Well, it's installing. I have Blender installing. All Alright, I don't know how people can use those tiny mouse pads. Yeah, you know. For me, it's because I have so many of them laying around. I got a mouse there, I got a mouse there, I got a mouse there, I got a mouse there. They're all over the place. I got another one down here, you know. Yes, I did the upgrade earlier. Mint Y, Mint X won't have the issues. They just render an arrow pointing down rather than the application icon. Okay, yes, I saw the arrow pointing down because I think I'm on Mint Y on this one. So that then is probably the theme developer then not putting in a default icon. Boot this Blender up over here. I'm pretty sure Linux Mint even 19 is going to be... Okay, you know the very serious issue with new Blender is I don't have an easy ability to move the thing around a lot. Like, no. Yeah, actually Blender 2.8 is going to be a no-go for me until I figure out how to run the basic controls for it now. They completely messed up all the basic controls. So I can't just go around and I can't manipulate things as easily as I have in the past. Oh, wait, hold on. No. Yeah, maybe it's just my mouse is being goofy. Oh, no, okay. The controls are the same. I think it's just my mouse was being goofy. I do not have a good mouse on this computer. Yeah, it actually looks pretty nice. What I might end up doing is taking some of my Blender stuff and moving it over here and seeing if it's backwards compatible and stuff. That'd be good to know. And then I'll play around with it a little bit. That seems interesting. All right. Chris Titus here, Go-To Linux Gurus. Well, thank you, Start the Rebellion. Eventually, he and I will do something. I'm not sure what or when, but... Keeps reading chat from last decade. That's right, because I like reading the chat, man. Amazing 2 shows on Netflix that have been animated in Blender. Very good. Keys are swapped. They announced Unity 3D coming to Linux on their blog. Huh. Hey there, CA VirtualBox. Write the OS install Linux distro and physical set of files. Wait. Can VirtualBox write the OS install of a Linux distro onto the physical set of files on a USB? Yes. What you'd need to do though is when you plug something in, do Do I actually have something with files on it? What's on this? Alright, so, bummer. I have to move around to the computer and plug something in. Hold on. Okay, so when I plug in a USB drive, it first, of course, defaults to going into the host system, but we want it on the guest system. So what I'm going to do here is I want to pull up my menu, which I think I've disabled from there. So under your devices, USB, you want to be able to pass it through. So I just plugged in the SanDisk. And so plug this guy in there. So now it leaves the host system and it is now on the guest system. So now I can access the USB drive from here and I can add files to it. I can take files off of it directly onto the system. Now, in order to do that, what you're going to have to do is make sure that for USB 3 at least, you have to make sure that you have your extension pack set up. And so inside of your virtual machine, under your, I believe it's under Preferences, and under Extensions, you want to make sure that you have your VirtualBox extension pack installed. Okay, so this guy here is going to enable the USB support, and then you want to make sure that you have a USB controller active on your box. So those are the steps to use virtual machine and write to USB drive. Now that's VirtualBox Oracle. As far as VMware, I don't use VMware because of licensing. So all right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up for the day. Maybe I'll save my Mint or the XFCE and Mate versions for later, but of course we cannot finish the show without feeding a kitty. Come on, kitty. Come on. Come on. Houston, we've got a cat. Come on, bud. Here. There's nothing in my hand. It's all in the bag here. Stick your paw in there. Stick your paw in there. Stick your paw in there. Do something cute. Stick your paw in there. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go. And let's do one more for this big camera right here. Oh, are the finger licking good? They are. They're finger licking good. What do you think, Katie? Were those good? You ready for your lunch now, though, huh? You ready for your lunch? You ready for lunch? Are you? All right. Best success with Canon printers. That's actually the first time somebody's ever said that on Linux. Oh, Kitty's like, all right, I've had my kitty treats. I'm leaving now. You leaving us? You leaving us, Desk Panther? You leaving us? Are you? You leaving us? Apparently he's not leaving us. He's just kind of chilling right there, I guess. Okay, let's see. Catch a live stream too. Only since a few months. Fully Linux. Been spending used to Raspberry Pi and had a few VPSs. Very good. Very good. Yes, make sure you're in the VBox. Although, if you're not in the VBox users group, I don't think you can actually load up the VM. So, interesting. Only wrote in a virtual format. Yeah, I'd have to see more details about what you're doing. USB is 3.1. I have the extension pack installed. So we're heading to work. First Saturday of the month, so it's stupid and is in full force today. Oh boy. Made it for the live stream. Hello. Unfortunately, you made it to the very end of the live stream. We gotta head out here shortly. But hey, thanks for coming along anyway. Let's install on USB. Was able to see the partitions, but no files. I started the OS, looked to the USB, and they were all the files. Yeah, I'm not sure what, not sure what's going on there. Everyone's rich for the first 2 weeks of the month, and they blow through it in a few days, destroying the store in the process. Then they complain about how they need to tax people like me more to get more. Yep, more free crap. Yep. Ugh. Ah! Budget better, people. Budget better, you know. Wrote in a virtual format. I have no idea what you're doing to write a file in a virtual format. I have no clue. All right. Well, we are going to jump off for now. So thanks for coming along, guys. And we will catch you later.